All right, let's get the can opener revved up and we can start opening them. I'm not keeping these cans. They're in bad condition. They're not really worth anything to a collector. You can't read them. I'm just going to open them from the top. Oh, wow, look at that. It's all stuck together in one big piece. Bush's baked beans isn't supposed to look like that. Still smells pretty good, though. How's it going to come out? Oh, look at that. It kept its shape. Like a big turd. Look at that. That is hilarious. Look at you can't even see the beans. They're like all mushed together. That's just too funny. Get a close look at that. And look at that, there's even some glitter on it from the label that just fell. That was too funny. Let's open up the other one. Is it going to be the same? A lot of pressure. Nope, this one's mushy. That's right there. I've never seen it look like that. There's always fat at the top that melts when you heat it up. Never seen that. This one all fell apart too. Look at that. It's like the consistency of soft serve ice cream or something. Look at that consistency. Those beans are wrecked. You can't even make them out. Inside of the can still looks okay though. This is a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Okay, next we're going to open up the fruit cocktail. I predict it's going to look black. Because that's what happened when I opened like a dozen fruit cans from a sea ration box. Ooh, a lot of pressure. Oh no, looks actually pretty normal. Maybe it's because the sea rations were leaking. Look at that. Looks like that, what's that? That's the pear, right? It's got a lot bigger seeds than what you'd find these days. Let's give it a sniff. Still smells pretty normal. And they actually kept their shape after 20, 25 years. Looks normal. But look at the inside. It's a galvanized can. That means most likely there'd be chemicals in this. Judging by the container, it's most likely manufactured after the 90s having this. But if it's manufactured before 1993, most likely there's going to be lead in there. I still wouldn't want to eat that. Let's move on to the Progresso kidney beans. No pressure at all. Looking a little gross. I've opened kidney beans before. It always has like that discoloration. It's foggy. Yeah, they kind of fell apart just like the Bush's baked beans. Gross residue in there. I'm making quite a mess. Let's open this one up for a change. It's dry. Everything dried up in there. Could that be 2007? That's pretty bad for 2007. Wow. If that's what that means. Yuck. Mushrooms. Moisture got in there. Looks like they molded at one point. Just dried up. Look at that. Completely dried up. Up next, another dry product. Campbell's soup. Yeah. Stick your finger right in that hole. Also completely dried up. Look at the noodles. Gross. Let's get a closer look at that. Look at those noodles. Up next, macaroni and beef. Will it be stuck together? Will it look normal? Kind of stuck together. Looks like it's separated. Look at that. Yeah. Whump. It's all stuck together. Haha. Easily breaks up though. Doesn't look too bad. Now the mystery can. What do you think it's going to be? Maybe some kind of soup? It's got a lot of pressure. Better guard this one. Oh, it's bulged. Maybe it was frozen at one point. The house was vacant a few years. Looks like it was soup, but the noodles completely incinerated. Look at that. They dissolved into dust. Yeah, look at that. That was definitely soup, but the noodles just completely fell apart. Now it looks more like mashed potatoes. Still smells like soup, though, with the side of rust. And that is it for the cans. Oh, no, it's not. We got one more. One more. What is that? Italian style with tomato sauce. Not even sure what it is. Completely dried up to just like a... That's all that came out of it. Alright, that's it for the canned foods. Let's open up the fluff. Yucky. Still smells good though. I'm keeping this jar, these jars. Now these are actually worth something to a collector, with or without the product inside. Next we have the jelly. Oh wow, that's really on. Looks a little more watery than it's supposed to be. Look at the residue in there. It looks like somebody dipped their knife into the peanut butter and then put it in here. Doesn't want to come out. Oh well, it can stay in there if it wants. Not going to make it come out. Okay, let's get into this. Yep, told you it's still in there. Does it still smell good? Yeah, still smells pretty good, the seasoning. Get all that out of there so I can keep the box in my collection. Boop-a-boo. It's all out. Gonna go ahead and get our big mixing spoon and mix all that together. We'll maybe open this up in another video. It's in pretty great condition. I don't want to open it up right now. I already know the results. It's going to look completely normal, and it would most likely cook up normal also. Let's go ahead and get a big spoon out of the drawer, give that a few stirs, and go feed it to our drain. Haha! Crunching up those mushrooms. Gonna be a good dinner. Looking good. Looking good. Dissolve some of them noodles. Keep on mixing. That thing that looks like the top of the cap. Absorb all that moisture. All I can smell is the macaroni and beef. That's all I can smell. It's not terrible this time. Wait a second, guys. We forgot the milk. How dumb of me. Ooh. Oh. Now we're gonna get stinking. Smells like rotten cheese. Look how thick it is. Usually, milk doesn't go that thick. Because, you know, evaporated milk is regular milk boiled down about 50%. Condensed milk, sweet and condensed, you add 60% sugar after boiling it 50%. That's basically all it is. Because of the process they use to make it, it has a higher curdling temperature, so that's why this stuff isn't that terrible. It didn't really separate like regular milk would have. Let's go ahead and mix that into our stew. And oh, the spider from the beginning of the video has since ran away. Remember the little spider nest that was inside of my box because I hadn't used it in a while? I actually had fun, especially that first can. That was epic. Let's head on into the basement. Don't want to get this... I actually did this in the kitchen today. Usually I make my videos at that glass top table in the basement. I just didn't want to. Got a beetle here for the show. Oh, beetle's on the floor now. I just rescued that little guy. Pick up our container and start the feeding. Oh man, it's splashing. Ooh. Oh. Oh man. I gotta change my shirt now.